Hi guys, my name is Diablo and this is going to be a short video on the train setup that I have. It was requested by one of you, so I thought, well, might as well try and put something together. I don't have a lot to say about it because, there isn't much to say about it. If you know how the train system works, then most of this stuff is simple and basic, I would say. But let's start at the beginning. These unloading stations basically all have the same name, just to make sure that when a train is going to the unload big station, it will choose the nearest empty station it can find, meaning it will always be, filled by the way the train system thinks it's best to fill it. The other two stations obviously have individual names for oil and stone or coal. I did, in the early days of this train station, have a little bit of an issue with trains getting stuck on this particular bit. Why? Well, I hadn't found out about the glory of chain signals, which meant all of these signals here in the middle were normal train signals. What did that do? Well, it meant that sometimes, because this is an ingoing and an outgoing line, sometimes trains would try to come in here and go to the, for instance, coal station, and at the same time a train would try and leave a normal unloading station, meaning that they would get stuck in this middle bit here because this signal said, well, this block is free, and this signal said, well, this block is free. Obviously, both coming to this train signal, which said the next block is not free, but without any regards for what was beyond that point. So I fiddled around with it and changed some of the signals into chain signals. So now they will stay in their perspective lanes. Either for incoming it's here, or for outgoing it's on this side. And they will wait until the actual entire path out of here is cleared. And only then will they actually move on to the middle bit. So having said that, this was the only actual trouble I had with this intersection. Let's move on to mines. Before we get to an actual mine, let's investigate what I've built. I built a one-way system, as you can see, rails going that way and rails going that way, with roundabouts. Why did I choose roundabouts? Again, it's aesthetically pleasing to me. In the end, at the megafactory, I did go for the other way of building things. The same way, the same two lines, one going in, one going out, but with a more compact system for transitioning rails. The big advantage, of course, of this system is that I can put them in anywhere to make an easy return, a quick return home if I'm, track laying far out in the field, or to make, like you see on the minimap, or I can open the minimap right here. I can stick them in anywhere and have instant access to the four corners of the wind, making it easy for me to make these kinds of blocks. I like making these blocks because it makes travel from one point to another point easier for multiple trains, because they can choose a different route if they want to. So yeah, that's basically why I chose for this setup. Let's get to a mine, shall we? Alright, arriving at the mine. Now, when I started, I used to put the mine directly, or the loading station, I should say, directly onto the main line of the train. This is not smart. It will create blockages because the next train will also need to go through this line. It'll have to wait and before it can continue its journey onto wherever it's going or even to the same mine. Of course, nowadays I would lay an extra track besides the main track, so normal traffic would not get blocked. As you may also have noticed, I tend to break up tracks into certain sections. Now they are not, um, clearly defined sections. I eyeball most of this, but what it allows me to do, or allows the trains to do rather, is follow each other on a much closer schedule than when you would have a section from roundabout to roundabout. Because if you have one section from roundabout to roundabout, that would mean that the train would enter here, stop at this roundabout as long as there's a train on the entire track between this roundabout, and it would block this entire roundabout. So on the longer pieces of track, where that would be an issue, I would divide them in multiple blocks so that when a train enters this roundabout, it would stop at this signal when there's a train just leaving or just in this area. But as soon as it left the area, this train could clear the roundabout and head up to the next track. So the most distance between two trains will also always be one of these blocks, which makes them, huddle way more close together, which makes for more efficiency, etc., etc. And that's basically all I have to say about trains. I hope I covered everything. I hope I made some of it more clear to you guys. If not, I will be going over train building and track laying in the series that I will be doing starting from 0.13. So we'll see how it goes and we'll see how far we get. Alright guys, hopefully this was enjoyable. Leave a like if you did. If you didn't, the dislike button is right over there. And I shall see you next time.